Today in crypto, Bitcoin dominance has now broken down, crushing a key level of support and falling further as altcoins start pumping like crazy, confirming that an altcoin season is upon us, with 100x gains awaiting the savvy investor, and Bitcoin also likely to hit a new all-time high. Wait, WTF, Lark? I thought you said Bitcoin dominance is falling. How are we going to get to a new all-time high in that situation? Don't worry. We're going to talk about that. My name is Lark, and this is where you subscribe for all of the hottest. And all of the latest happening out here in the wild, wild land of crypto. A big thank you to Unstoppable Domains for sponsoring today's episode. They are launching Dchat, which is an open source chat protocol linked to your crypto address, making it super easy for you to be able to pay friends or pay businesses that you interact with. Because their domain name and payment details will be the same thanks to using the Unstoppable Domains infrastructure. For example, you could have cryptolark.crypto, and that would be the payment and the messaging address. Dchat is a decentralized network that no company can shut off and no company can ban you or deny you access to. All chats are encrypted by default and can only be unlocked by the owner of the private key. The first Dchat app, Unstoppable Chat, will allow you to sign with your crypto addresses to access peer-to-peer chats, group chats, and read-only broadcasting channels. My Ether wallet and IM token will also be launching their own app soon using the Dchat protocol. So grab yourself an Unstoppable domain if you don't already have one using the link down below in the description and give Dchat a try today. Okay, so Bitcoin dominance is down 2% in 2 weeks, and that may not sound like a lot, but that 2% means that the rest of the crypto market has started pumping like crazy. And the more that Bitcoin dominance falls, the more likely it is that altcoins are going to go 100x. And of course, that Bitcoin will also reach a new all-time high, which sounds a bit paradoxical, doesn't it? But let's look at another chart. You see, Bitcoin dominance started falling in early 2017 as cryptos like Ethereum started to gain market share and developers and investors started to realize that there was much more potential for the cryptocurrency and blockchain technology than simply hodling or moving digital gold from point A to point B. Sadly, many Bitcoin maximalists never got that memo and they continue to repeat the lie that all altcoins are going to die. That's just absurd beyond belief. They're so blinded by their maximalism. It hurts my brain sometimes, but anyway, that's a different conversation. Now, having a large, diverse economy in crypto, it is good for Bitcoin. This is an important thing to understand. It's not a threat to Bitcoin. Let me ask you this. Where do you think a lot of that altcoin profit is going to flow to? Yeah, some of it's going to cash, but a lot of it is going to go back into Bitcoin. Trading alts for Bitcoin or even trading Bitcoin on derivatives exchanges like Femex, it is literally one of the biggest use cases for Bitcoin right now outside of just hodling it and hoping that the number continues to go up. But I digress. Bitcoin dominance started falling like a rock back in 2017 as others like Ethereum gained market share. Now this kickstarted a wave of innovation which brought so much interest into the crypto markets that Bitcoin ended up hitting its all-time high price of $20,000 on December 18th, 2017. And when that happened, Bitcoin market dominance was only around 50%. Remember, a new all-time high for Bitcoin is probably going to happen when the rest of the crypto market is pumping as well. And for the rest of the crypto market to pump, we need new and compelling narratives and new buyers. Well, we have certainly got the new compelling narrative thing on lockdown. It is called decentralized finance, and this trend, like the ICO boom and then the IEO boom will eventually blow off its top. But in so many ways, I think that the DeFi trend will be far more sustainable, and that the correction that we have after the top blows off of it may not be as severe as what we have seen with some of the other booms, which are just fundamentally less sustainable than what we're seeing being built right now. You see, the 2017 market rally, it was crazy, man. So many ICOs exit scammed, so many ICOs just dumped their funds, raised a bunch of money, dumped all their ETH, dumped all their Bitcoin. Many took incredibly long to deliver their technology, if they ever even delivered at all. It was all just crazy, wild speculation. When the music stopped, investors fled en masse back into Bitcoin, the safest asset in the crypto economy, and into cash, licking their wounds like wounded little kitties as the bears raged across the crypto economy. Bitcoin for 2019 was definitely the trend, but we must remember this simple fact. The trend is your friend until it isn't, until it eats the last of your potato chips, drinks the last beer, borrows your car, returns it on empty with a parking ticket in tow. Then, the trend is a dick. Well, the trend right now is changing, and as an investor, you need to take note of that. If you want to profit, you need to look around and see what is happening and understand how you can profit from that. And in many ways, we're just getting started with this current bull trend. I know there's a lot of excitement coming in, but this is going to be crazy massive. The current protocols being launched, they are legit technology making useful products with compelling reasons to go out and buy the token. I mean, many of these are starting to offer lucrative dividends, for example, among other kinds of interesting bonuses that are actually reasons to buy the frickin' token, and they stand to make 100x gains. Well, Bitcoin, they will do 100x too, but probably after only a few decades. And meanwhile, you can 100x your Bitcoin 100 times over by playing the altcoin game. But of course, you have got to be willing to take risks and to actually get out there and play the frickin' markets. And yes, Bitcoin will indeed reach a new all-time high during this cycle. It can go up to $100,000 or much beyond that. I don't doubt this at all. But when this happens, Bitcoin dominance is likely to be way lower. Could even go back down to its lows of 33% or even lower than that. Because while Bitcoin is without a doubt the steady survivor in the market, there really is not much to get hyped about between now and the next Bitcoin halving. But, Internet Man, Schnorr signatures are coming soon. Yeah, okay, Schnorr signatures. Look, that's right. 3 years since SegWit, and the best we get in that time is fricking Schnorr signatures, which is a very small incremental upgrade to Bitcoin. It's not bad, I'll take it, but even Schnorr signatures are probably like still 2 or 3 years away from actually being implemented on chain. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how slow the innovation is. And I say that as someone who is a big Bitcoin fan, but I'm realistic. Bitcoin is digital gold. Let's try not to make it into something that it isn't. It's both incredibly exciting and incredibly boring at the same time, and that's what's good about it. Profits from altcoin flipping, they're going to end up in Bitcoin. It's just an inevitability. Anyone who has been in this game long enough knows that most of the altcoins are wildly speculative at best. Some of them are currently overvalued and will be massively overvalued in the future. That's not saying there's not awesome ones, because there definitely is. But the reality is that Bitcoin will hit its all-time high in the middle of an alt season. And I can guarantee you that the retail buyers coming into the market, they're going to be seeking out those bigger, quicker gains. It's just human nature, man. If you think that this is not true, then check out this story. TikTok users are now pumping the Doge Coin Man. Doge, for the most part, is a dead-in-the-water coin. It's based on a frickin' meme, dude. But what do investors look and see? Dogecoin. It's really cheap. Less than a penny. We're gonna pump it to $1. Dogecoin pumped by more than 100% today off of TikTok retail FOMO. Man, I love this game. Crypto is so crazy. I love it. Anyway, the Dogecoin story proves that insane retail mania can and will most definitely return. Just look at what happened with stocks of bankrupt companies. You don't have to try to make sense of the irrational greed or the exuberance that you see happening in the markets. You just have to understand how you can play that trend while it lasts and profit off of it. one final caveat for this conversation. The current altcoin season, it could dry up real fast. So, if the stock markets crash again, for example, and this is indeed a possibility, then altcoins will probably be crushed. Investors will flee back into cash. They'll flee back into Bitcoin. So that's something for you to remember. And another factor to consider as well is that in a hype-driven market, hype can also just end like that overnight. So again, you don't want to be stuck holding that heavy bag for a long time. So do remember to book in profits, get your capital out, get a little bit for yourself, keep the moon bag, that's all good. Anyway, your question for today: do you agree with my sentiment that Bitcoin will only hit a new all-time high when altcoins are pumping during an alt season? Or are you in the all crypto, not named Bitcoin, is going to zero camp? Let me know your opinion down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching today's video. As always, I massively appreciate your time. So thank you so much for coming over here to listen to this dude talking about cryptocurrencies on the internet. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time.